Hey guys, Mr. Talbot here for you. We're going to do a quick video going kind of over some of the major belief systems of the world, and we're going to kind of zoom in on the map a little bit, and we're going to be looking at East and South Asian belief systems. In particular, we're going to be looking at China's two main belief systems that kind of get started there with Taoism and Confucianism, which we're looking at in one of our assignments. And we're also going to do a brief dive on Hinduism and Buddhism, which we'll hit again much later in the semester. So, like I said, we're kind of looking at Confucianism and Taoism, which both come out of China. And then we're going to start, though, looking at Hinduism and Buddhism. You also see there's Sikhism and Jainism. Sikhs are going to come on, and Jainism come in later into the story. So we're just going to kind of focus on early history. And you can kind of notice today Hinduism really the most popular religion in India. India is the second most populous country in the world. But there's not a lot of Hindus that aren't originally from India or have family from India, so it hasn't really like spread like we see other religions. Confucianism, excuse me, and Taoism, um, both are stayed somewhat centralized in China. You're going to see Buddhism is also spread a little bit, which is originally from India. So definitely just going to take probably some brief notes here of some similarities in Buddhism and some similarities in Hinduism. Use that study guide as kind of something to compare. Important to know, they both kind of started in the same place. They both originated in India. Um, Buddhism's founder actually kind of was born into Hinduism and then kind of leaves, feeling a little bit of differences with some of the core beliefs of Hinduism. Um, Important idea of Hinduism is that you are born into a caste system, and kind of your rights, what you can do, depends on the caste you're born into, who you can marry, that kind of thing. Um, how it's determined what caste you're born into, the belief goes, is how you lived your previous life. And so, like, kind of the way you live your previous life, you can have good or bad, and the actions you do lead to good karma or it leads to bad karma. And that's going to determine your next life. To a Buddhist, they also believe in karma, but karma is essentially kind of actions and things and thoughts and words that will get you closer to nirvana. So both of these kind of believe in reincarnation. For a Hindu, the idea of reincarnation is that you can kind of like work your way up into better castes each life you live, or you can go down if you live a bad life. For a Buddhist kind of believes, we are trapped in this cycle of reincarnation. The goal is actually to get out of reincarnation. And to do that, you need to end suffering and reach what is called nirvana. Um, Hindus are polytheistic, believe in many gods. They kind of believe in like one god that is split into many different beings and entities, and like smaller gods, kind of. And Buddhists are like, you don't really need to believe in a personal god. You just need to kind of believe in this right way to live, to escape the cycle of reincarnation. So really important key thing to probably take a note on is that Hinduism had the caste system. And you're born into your caste, and there's nothing you can do to change your caste within your life. All you can do is attain good karma and hopefully come back into a better caste. And that can feel really unfair, but the idea being that the way you lived your previous life is how you got into this situation. In modern India, the caste system is not nearly as important as it was centuries ago, kind of during the colonial period and before, but it is still part of their culture. But again, definitely that belief in karma. Hindus kind of again, you don't need to memorize these like specific beliefs and stuff, but it is kind of just kind of interesting to look at, how the idea is of a Buddhist life is to kind of end suffering, and suffering really comes from desire. So doing these right things can kind of end your desires for different things and end your suffering. A big difference is Buddhists kind of like to spread the teachings of Buddha, whereas Hindus have no problem with other religions and don't really try and spread their beliefs to others. The other two belief systems we're going to look at is Confucianism and Taoism. And they're kind of religious, but they're kind of not. They're kind of more in like an ethical, moral, right way to live. Both of these kind of get rolling in China, and they both kind of are coming on the scene right as China has kind of seen the collapse of its first big dynasty, and what is going to happen is China's going to end up in a couple centuries of like civil war. It's called the Warring States period. That's kind of when these belief systems are coming onto the scene, and they're trying to figure out, what's the best way for a government to be set up? What's the best way to be a ruler? And this is kind of what you're going to look at in one of our assignments. Um, so kind of just quick comparison on the two. They've got the two different founders. You don't need to know that Confucius is probably the more famous founder. But Confucianism is really about there's morality, there's a right way to live. You should be taking actions to kind of set an example, taking actions to help other people, and that kind of thing. You need to be serving the needs of society. That there's a right, good way to do things. Also, Confucius is really big into the idea of family and serving your family, and respecting your parents, parents protecting their kids, but also kind of in a sense like a leader or ruler is like the parent of its people. So the people should work for the ruler. The ruler should also serve their people and be like a good example. And that's, virtues getting very big into morality. Taoism is more, um, there's like everything in the universe is connected. And when we try and get too big of a thing or get too involved, then we kind of throw nature out of whack. And we want to be in harmony with nature. And so probably Taoism, what you've probably seen a little bit of is the yin and the yang. There's a dark and a light, and they have to fit, and you need both of them. You cannot have, just good, you also have to have bad. You can't have just life, you also have to have death. There's a cycle. Um, and so that's kind of what's going on with Taoism. And so virtue, rather than like trying to set an example, virtue is kind of all about, be true to yourself. Don't try and live up to the standards of other people. Try and live what you feel is your best life. So that's kind of the belief system we see out of East and South Asia during this time period. So hopefully we're taking a couple quick notes. Again, really use that study guide to dictate what you should be taking notes on and see how you do on our review quizzes. Thanks, guys.